Muhammad Ali. His name brings to mind great fights, social statements, and fortitude that changed the course of boxing history. He was more than just an athlete, he was a leader who influenced the world. However, there are hidden stories and interesting aspects of Ali's life that are not widely known. Today, I would like to introduce you all to a little-known side of Muhammad Ali. Let's delve into the surprising episodes of Ali's game and how he became a great man through the ages. Chapter 1. Origin of the name and the story behind the name change. When discussing Ali's name, everyone focuses on the name, Muhammad Ali, which everyone knows. However, there was a long struggle and decision before he changed his name to this one. Ali's birth name was Cassius Marcellus Clay. However, he was deeply concerned about his roots and identity, and resonated with the Black liberation movement and religious beliefs. The new name he chose, Muhammad Ali, reflected his beliefs and African American pride. Ali announced his name change shortly after he defeated Sonny Liston to become world heavyweight champion in 1964. At this point he had joined the Nation of Islam and had developed a friendship with Black liberation fighter Malcolm X. However, his name change was not accepted by many media and opponents, and he continued to be known as Cassius Clay for some time. In response to this neglect, Ali, at every turn, "I am not Clay anymore," and protested vehemently. His name change was not just a name change, but a symbol of personal freedom and self-determination. There was an even deeper meaning to this name change. He felt that his name was a remnant of his slavery days, and for him, having a new name was an act of redefining himself. Muhammad Ali was not just a boxer, but a name that expressed the philosophy and beliefs he embodied. Chapter 2. Vietnam War draft rejection and decision to stop career. In 1967, Ali was at the height of his career as world champion when he made a decision. He refused to be drafted into the Vietnam War. This decision sent shockwaves through American society at the time. "I have nothing against the Vietnamese," he said. Ali's famous statement, "They never called me a Negro," shows the connection between the two issues of discrimination against Negroes and the war. This decision of his went beyond his mere anti-war activist stance and was deeply rooted in his own religious beliefs and moral values. Following the teachings of the Nation of Islam, Ali believed that it is unacceptable to participate in a war against justice. As a result, he was stripped of his World Heavyweight Championship title, his boxing license was revoked, and his career was put on hold. Ali was at his most valuable age at this point, but he was away from the ring for about 3.5 years. But this period was not in vain for Ali. He continued to perform in the United States and abroad, speaking out for black rights and social justice. His rejection of the war was anathema to many Americans at the time, but later, as questions about the Vietnam War grew, many began to sympathize with his actions. This was an important period in Ali's transformation from a mere boxer to an iconic figure of his time. Chapter 3. The talent of poet Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was famous not only for his in-ring performances, but also for his vivid use of language. His confident remarks and provocative comments were not mere trash talk, but were as rhythmic and humorous as poetry. His famous words, "float like a butterfly, sting like a bee," are just one example. In fact, Ali had a deep love for poetry from his childhood. He was constantly improvising and weaving his words to psychologically sway his opponents and entertain his fans at the same time. Ali's improvised poetry not only expresses the overwhelming confidence he had in the boxing world, but also shows how unique he was as a cultural icon. His rhyming style is said to have influenced later rap music. His poems were sometimes provocative and humiliating to his opponents, but behind them Ali's own intelligence and playfulness were apparent. His words are more than just tactics. They united his philosophy of life, his self-expression, and his psychological warfare against his opponents. Chapter 4. Muhammad Ali's humor and charity spirit. Video. Despite his serious fighting spirit, Muhammad Ali possessed an inimitable sense of humor. At pre-fight press conferences, he often made interviewers and opponents laugh and entertained the audience. Ali proclaimed himself to be the best talk show host, and indeed, his conversational skills were entertaining. But Ali's humor had a deeper meaning. It was not just a laugh, but also a way for him to overcome the pressures and difficulties he faced. Especially in his later years, as he battled Parkinson's disease, he never forgot his humor and continued to inspire those around him. His humanitarian work is also noteworthy. After his retirement, Ali was involved in numerous charitable activities and community service, especially in developing countries and supporting education for children. His charitable spirit is a testament to his pursuit of success not only as a boxer, but also as a person. Chapter 5. Ali and his battle with Parkinson's disease. Muhammad Ali's career was filled with incredible glory, but a new battle awaited him in his later years. This was his battle with Parkinson's disease, which he was diagnosed with in 1984. The disease took its toll on Ali's body, robbing him of his characteristic speed and strength, but never diminishing his spirit and courage. Ali continued to make public appearances, never hiding how much he was suffering. In particular, the lighting of the torch at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics remains in the hearts of many as a moment that symbolized his indomitable spirit. His hands were trembling and his speed was far from what it once was, but his appearance was deeply moving. Everyone could sense how much difficulty he had overcome to be standing here. Parkinson's disease took his body, but it could never take his mind. Throughout his battle with the disease, he was instrumental in raising funds for Parkinson's research and treatment. His charitable work and philanthropy further expanded through his battle with the disease. Ali continued to give hope to others battling the disease and to show his strength in not giving in to it. His final years were not just about strength in the ring, but about true courage and human dignity. Ali continued to inspire the world not only through boxing, but also through his battle with Parkinson's disease. Chapter 6. Ali's family and personal side. Muhammad Ali was a world-class sports star and social activist, but there was another important aspect of his life. That is time with his family. Ali was a loving father and cherished his family more than one would expect from his in-ring appearance. Ali was married 4 times and had 9 children. One of the most famous of these was Layla Ali, a professional women's boxer. He initially opposed his daughter Layla's decision to pursue a career in boxing, but ultimately respected her decision and was proud of her. His bond with his family shows a softer side that he never showed in public. He was not just a great boxer to his children, but a kind father and hero to his family. He was never proud of his successes, and it is said that he valued his time with his family the most. Especially in the later years of his life, as his illness progressed, time with his family became more important than anything else. Ali was equally affectionate not only with his children, but also with his fans and the people around him. He spent time with many people and was never a distant and familiar figure. Ali's home was often visited by people who came to see him, and he warmly greeted each and every one of them. Ali's personality touched many people outside the ring and helped build his legacy. Final chapter. Muhammad Ali's legacy. Muhammad Ali was more than just a boxing legend. He was a human rights activist, a poet, and a fighter against social injustice. The strength he displayed in the ring and the kindness he showed outside the ring continue to influence many people today. His life gives us courage and hope. No matter how many times he falls, he gets back up. This attitude is the greatest message Ali left for us. His words, "I am the best in the world," were not just an expression of self-satisfaction, but a symbol of his firm belief in himself. Today, his legacy extends beyond the world of sports, and he is a symbol of leadership in every field. What can we learn from Muhammad Ali? Through his story, we should think about how to live beyond our own limitations and contribute to society. Thank you, Muhammad Ali. Your impact on the world will continue unabated. How was it? If you liked this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.